Hello, welcome to video number 10. In this video I'm going to be covering the sprint feature. So it does go with the series of tutorials I've been doing, but it could just as easily be a standalone. So I'm just going to make our character sprint when we press the key of our choice. So to do that, the first thing we need to do is I've opened up one of the previous lessons we've done, but basically I've opened up the first person blueprint. That's what I've done. So in the first person blueprint, you don't need to be in particularly anything, just in the first person blueprint, I've gone to edit and project settings. And then project settings, you'll see input screen here. If you click input, there's a thing called action mappings. These are actions that our character does. We've already got jump and fire. That's the space bar, and fire is our left mouse button. So I'm going to click add and I'm going to call it sprint. You could call it run, whatever you like. Sprint, and the key I'm going to do is going to be a shift. So keyboard, and I'm going to go down to, let's have a look, left shift. I'm going to do left shift. So left shift will be the key that does that. So sprint and left shift. So I can close that down. I can click save. So we've put the action in, but what we haven't done is put any of the code in for it. So if I go to my blueprints, first person character, and open it up, you see this left off from where we did a previous lesson for health. This is all the standard stuff that's already part of the game. This is all the movement and stuff that's used within the game. So I'm just going to come to a blank area and start to put in our code here. So first thing I need to do is right click and do sprint. And I've already made that, if you remember. So sprint will be there. Okay, so we've got our sprint. The next thing I'll need to do is, before linking that up, is find character movement. So I'm going to right click and do get character movement, and you see it comes at the bottom here. One way you could turn context sensitive off, it would find it as well, but get character movement, I always like to have that on. So click that. So we've got our character movement. So what we need to do now is we need to drag this out and do max walk. Have I got, yes, there it is, get max walk speed. And actually I don't want that one, that's we need to have set. So we set max walk speed and press Control C and Control V, and we need two of those, so I can link that up as well. So basically what I did is I dragged it out and I typed in set max walk speed. You can go back and watch that piece again. So that's our walk speed. So now I've got my input action for the sprint. And so when it's, suppose when it's pressed, I need one speed, and when it's released, I need the other speed. So when released, so that's just when I'm just normally walking, we'll set it to 500. That's roughly what it is anyway. And then what I'm going to do is, for our max walk speed, I'll set it to something crazy just so we see the difference. I'll change that to 2000. And that should be all that we need. I suppose one thing I could do just for the fun of it really is put a get string in. Print string, sorry. Print string, and I could type in sprinting. There we are. So I'll compile that. Everything's okay. So let's close that down and let's give it a try. So I've got no enemies in our map. So if I that's my walking speed, and now I'm going to press shift, and as you can see it goes a lot faster, and you'll notice when I click it, sprinting comes up in the top left, and that's pretty much it really. Perhaps that speed of 2000 is a bit much. Let's just put it up to 10,000 just to see. Close that down, run it. So this time you should, yeah. So that's pretty much it for the actual speed issue. I can get rid of that. You don't need that there. Probably, I would probably say 1500's enough for speed, but that's up to you. That's your choice. So there's a lesson on speed, on the speed setting. In the next one, I'll look at doing a crouch lesson, so that we can get our character to crouch, and then I'll do it so that we'll try to sneak up on a character. But for now, that's the sprint lesson. Thank you very much.